This is the Sony 11mm f1.8 and today we will go to the Budapest city streets to try this out. I will use it on an A7 IV in APS-C crop mode, but if you have A6000 cameras like A6400, 700 or the ZV cameras like ZV-10 or 10 Mark II, I think the results will be even better because those have more megapixels than the A7 IV in APS-C crop mode. But before we go to the streets, I tell you that all of the pictures in this video were edited with my Lightroom preset pack. I got a lot of requests to share my color grade, so you can find the link in the description below. But today is a special day for me because it's my birthday, so I give you 50% discount from my presets for a month. So don't miss the discount, check the website. At first this lens feels so light and I really appreciate it in the streets. It's much better to hang around with this than a 24-70 or a 70-200. And I look like less professional with it, which is great in the streets because of the thieves and the security. And people doesn't stare at me all the time if I want to take a picture. I made street photography videos with the Sigma 60mm f1.4 and the Sony 18-105 f4 lenses, where I told you my experiences, so if you missed, click here above. I'm really impressed with the Sigma 60mm and I really like the versatility of the Sony 18-105, but the Sony 11mm opens a new world of my photography. This was totally new to me and impressed me a lot. Sometimes with the Sigma 60mm I felt that it's not wide enough, especially in tight spaces or if I want to take a picture from a giant building. And this lens is a great solution for that problem. But like I said, if you go wider, it starts to become much harder to take a good photo, because there are much more things in your frame than before and you have to move a lot by your feet to find a good composition. So this lens is difficult and easy at the same time. Good for beginners because it's easy to take a picture with a wide lens. Like when you make a photo with your phone's widest lens. It's not too difficult, just point and shoot, so it's really easy up to a certain level. But if you want to go deeper, it's really hard to master, because there are a lot of things in your frame, you have to move and composing a lot. It's great for tighter spaces and taking pictures from big things like architectures and buildings, and also it has a really unique wide look, which usually can be found in full frame. This is great for showing the environment and your surroundings, but you're stuck with one focal length, which is usually too wide to show details in a distance, so you have to go closer. This could be limiting, but usually it's true for every prime lenses. One point of view will not be great in all situations, so you have to adapt. We come to the river while it's flooding, that's why so many people here. I think this is one of the best vlog lenses in the Sony APS-C system. 11mm is wide enough and it makes that sense of intimacy because of you're so close. If you consider to make vlogs, then don't miss this one. The image quality is surprisingly sharp, sharper than I expected. And if you want to be better with wide lenses, check my Sigma 60mm tips and tricks video. Those tips could be used in any wide angle lens. Before we're moving on, I want to show you my Lightroom preset pack, which I was working on the last years. So check it if you want to achieve the same look that I have in my photos. If you don't know what presets are, basically those are just like filters. So after a lot of try and error, I made this presets pack, which applies all my settings in Lightroom with just one click. And it's saving me so much time, because I don't have to do the same adjustments over and over again to get the same look. You can find the link in the description below. Back to the lens. Because of the distortion, the things looks bigger than in real life, so you can play with it. For social media creation, this lens could be really nice. Platforms like Instagram uses that vertical aspect ratio, and I really appreciate that nice wide pictures. I don't recommend this lens for your first lens because it's not versatile enough, but this lens could be a nice B lens. For a first lens, I recommend for example a Sigma 18-50mm f2.8 or Tamron 17-70 f2.8, but if you want more room to play, you can check the Sony 18-105 f4 lens, which is personally my favorite go-to street photography lens. But if you need an ultra-wide angle lens, this is a really great choice. We have the old but gold Sony 10-18 f4, the newer Sony 10-20mm, the Sigma 10mm-80mm f2.8, which is a really nice lens, and the Tamron 11-20mm f2.8. But neither of those have the f1.8 aperture, so I think it's so unique between the wide angle lenses. With the 1.8 aperture you could see a little bit of the background blur, but it's not that noticeable like in a 50mm lens. But usually it's normal in a wide angle lens. So street photography with this lens is tiring. Overall this lens is unique, I can imagine how useful it will be in the future, but I think it will be not my go-to street photography lens, but it's really nice in tight spaces, vlogging, making POV shots. So if you like my colors, check my Lightroom presets pack, because as I said, you get a 50% discount for a limited time period. Check the discount code in the description below and don't miss it. If you like this lens, you can find the link in the description also. I get a little commission from your purchase, but it doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me to make you more videos in the future. If you want to see the full review video of this lens, click here, and if you want to be better with wider lenses, then click here.